Today on Eagle Nation News, Cameron Silva reports on the emergency drills that we do every single year. Why is it important to take each drill seriously, and how effective is our safety system here in Prosper?
This past Tuesday, two 18-wheelers crashed into each other on I-35. What sandwich ingredient was in one of these trucks?
And finally, Michael Vandershoot will be live in studio to discuss how tennis fared at their match.
Eagle Nation News starts
right now. Good afternoon, Eagle Nation. Today is Wednesday, September 25th. I'm Casey Boston.
And I'm Brenna Gibbons.
So far this year, we've had a couple of emergency drills to make sure that we know what to do in the case of different emergencies.
Cameron Silva sat down to investigate this drill that we may see as boring, and how can it save our lives?
You've heard the expression, you've participated in the drills. You may have even thought to yourself at one point or another, why have so many of these drills in the first place? Well, we will have the answer to that for you coming up. There are two main types of security lockdowns that the school participates in, lockout and lockdown.
Prosper ISD, we use what we call the standard response protocol. We can do lockdown, we can do lockout, we can do hold in place, evacuate, and shelter in place. If students and faculty don't follow those rules, and let's say there is a major situation and police are arriving on campus and other emergency responders, they don't have necessarily immediate intelligence about the situation. And so they see a student or a teacher in the hallway who's not locked down when we're supposed to be in lockdown. They're going to have to stop and ascertain whether or not that person's a threat. And that may prevent them from doing their job elsewhere in the building.
While it can be easy to think that you will never be put in a dangerous situation during school hours, the fact is, violent crimes happen on an American campus every single day. According to the CDC, nearly 3 million violent crimes happen on an American campus, which is equivalent to 1 every 6 seconds somewhere in the United States. So, the next time you hear locks, lights, out of sight, you may want to consider taking the situation a little more seriously. I'm Cameron Silva reporting for Eagle Nation News. Prosper.
NASA's Houston building will be demolished by next year. This building held Apollo 11 astronaut Neil Armstrong and his colleagues after their mission to the moon. However, it has not been used in the past 2 years. This decision was announced just months after the Apollo 11 mission's 50th anniversary.
Law enforcement agencies in Collin, Parker, Rockwall, and Ellis counties have recently reported a 911 outage. The outage seemed to start sometime on Tuesday afternoon. According to the Collin County Sheriff's Office, there is not yet an estimate for when 911 will be restored. Each county has posted alternative numbers in case of emergency, such as calling the police department's direct line or texting 911 for assistance.
Yesterday around 5 p.m. in DeSoto, Texas, an 18-wheeler with a drunk driver crashed into another 18-wheeler that was broken down and pulled to the side of the road, full of peanut butter. The driver of the 18-wheeler full of peanut butter received minor injuries and was taken to the hospital. Currently, emergency responders are cleaning up the mess of peanut butter off of the highway.
With state fair tickets being passed out in your classes, you're probably wondering what day would be the best to go. Now Lauren Womack is in studio with your Fast Forecast.
Thank you, Brenna. Today's temperature is 82 degrees outside, but the real field temperature is 91, so much cooler than the Texas heat we are used to. The wind is blowing at 10 miles per hour, so it will feel cooler than the real field temperature says. It is also partly cloudy outside. Looking forward to the rest of the week, it will be partly sunny and a high of the lower 90s through Thursday and Friday. So make sure you are at the game Friday night in the community pep rally that starts right before. Onto the weekend, we will be seeing some thunderstorms, so if you plan on going to the state fair, you might want to reschedule. With your Fast Forecast, I'm Lauren Womack. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Lauren. After this, Abigail Smith will be right here in studio live to discuss a game that you probably had as a kid, but now is available to download on your phone. Now with your Talent Talk sponsored by Corbridge Orthodontics is Abigail Smith.
As of today, Mario Kart Tour is officially available for download on most iOS and Android devices. Mario Kart first launched the Super Nintendo video game console and then gained its popularity in 2006 when it launched on the Wii. And eventually the game developers decided to bring it to a mobile platform. The game is free to play and allows users to race through different tracks, unlock upgrades, and compete against their friends. Be sure to head over to our Twitter to share your thoughts on the launch of this new game. Well, that's all the time I have for you today. Back to you guys at the desk.
Our tennis team is doing amazing this year, and Michael Vandershoot is in studio with your Game Time Sports Update.
Okay, thank you, Brenna. Our tennis team competed against Allen yesterday, and unfortunately the game did not go well for them as they took a devastating 18-1 loss. This loss gives them a 5-4 overall record and a 4-3 district record on the season, so they will have to battle hard in their season finale against Plano Senior High if they want to have any shot in the playoffs. This game will be played on Friday at home at 4 p.m. If you haven't gotten the opportunity to see our tennis team play this season, this could be the last time they play, so please go show your support for our tennis program as they give it all they've got to make it to the district quarterfinals and beyond. If you want to hear more sports like this, tune in to Eagle Nation News for daily updates. Now let's take a look at today's announcements.
Be a part of Prosper ISD history and come sign your name or provide an encouraging note on a beam that will be used in the construction of Rock Hill High School. The Sign the Beam event is open to all Prosper ISD students, staff, and parents and takes place at the Children's Health Stadium on Friday, October 4th from 6 to 8 p.m. Food trucks, bounce houses, snow cones, and Rock Hill spirit items will be available on site.
Well, that's all the time we have for you today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Brenna Gibbons.
And I'm Casey Boston. Live long and prosper.